All right, hello Behringer Bees. This is Miss Nolan, and I'm here today to show you how to make the crafts from our goodie bags at the latest drive-thru event. So I hope you had a really good time at this event. I know the staff was so excited to see all of you and your families. So let's get to it today with our latest crafts. So you should have gotten a goodie bag like this. So this is going to contain all of the things that you will need for both crafts. The first one we're going to be making today is our Unity Wreath. And then in the next video, I'll show you how to make the Valentine's Day sun catcher. So for right now, all you need is this little pack that came in here and the green circle that's in there. So you can put the red or pink paper that you got, the tissue paper, the contact paper, all of that aside for right now. That'll be for our next craft. And then you're going to want some glue. Any kind of glue should work fine. I'm going to use a glue stick for today. So I already have one of these little packs open. So let's take everything out and see what we've got. You should have a little piece of paper with some instructions on it, a little banner that says Unity, a heart, a bunch of hands, and then 2 small pieces of black ribbon or twine here. So you can choose to follow along with the instructions if you want, or you can watch this video. The instructions explain how to do everything, but I know some of us, myself included, are a little more visual, and it might be a little more fun to do this craft together. So I'm going to show you how to make it. So we're going to start with one of these pieces of black ribbon here. And you'll notice on your green circle, there are 2 tiny holes punched in it. This is going to be the top of your wreath, so you want to locate that. And then in the top hole, you're going to plug your little black piece of string. You might have to kind of poke out if there's a little bit of foam left in that hole. You might need to poke that out first. And then string your piece of ribbon through it. There we go. Okay. You'll pull it through and make sure it's pretty much even on both sides. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then you're going to tie a knot. So I think the easiest way to do this is have both pieces, I think you can see, there we go, up top like that. Grab them together and loop them through. Hope you can see that. And so that way it looks like this, and you just pull. So then you've got a pretty tight knot. Might want to kind of squeeze it a little bit, make sure it's on there well. And there you go. So now you've got a little loop. This is to hang your wreath for when we're all done. You can hang it wherever you want. Awesome. So the next thing we're going to do is grab the other little piece of black cord. And you'll notice there's also a hole at the top of your heart. Oops, sorry. There you go. Again, you might have to poke out a little piece of foam. And you'll string your second piece of ribbon through your heart. And this time, we're going to use the second hole on your green circle to attach our hearts. Okay. So pull it through. You can kind of decide what height you want it at. Maybe you want the heart kind of dangling in the center of your heart or over your circle. Maybe you want to pull it up a little bit higher. It's up to you. I kind of want mine in the center. I think that looks nice. Maybe right about there. And then we're going to do the same thing as last time. We're just going to tie off our little piece of black ribbon by making a small knot. And pulling it through. All right. So now your heart should just kind of dangle there in the center of your wreath. How cool is that? I really like that. So then the next part's super easy. The next part is just deciding how you want to decorate your wreath. So you've got tons of little cut out hands here in different skin tones, all about the same size. So you can kind of place these around your wreath and decide how you want to arrange them. So I'll tilt my screen down so you can see how I'm doing this. I'm just kind of placing these all around, maybe some different directions. I want to get them evenly because I want to kind of cover up as much of that green as possible. So maybe I'll scooch some of these a little closer together. And you can just play around with this as long as you like until you get what you're looking for. Maybe you even have some of the fingers pointing in and flip-flopping all around. I like all my fingers pointing out, but that's just me. Now, you know what I tell you all the time in class, begin with the end in mind. So I'm not just gluing these down willy-nilly. If that's your style, I get it. But for me, I think beginning with the end in mind, kind of having a plan in place helps me determine exactly what I want my art to look like, and I tend to like it better when I've planned. Okay, awesome. So I've kind of got this figured out now. I like the way it looks, so I'm pretty much ready to glue. So it's going to take me a little while because we've got a lot of pieces here. So I'm going to pause this video as I glue things down, and I'll show you what it looks like. So remember, you can use any glue. I'm going to use a glue stick. You can use bottle glue, you can use hot glue. If all else fails, throw some tape on there, make it work. You can always wrap the little pieces of tape and stick them to the back of the hands, so that way you don't see them. And then I'll show you the next step after this is done. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, so I've glued all my hands down now. So I've got my wreath almost finished. And I added a pretty generous amount of glue onto the back of each hand, especially the ones that were going to be overlapping a little bit, just so that way I knew they were secure and they weren't going to pop off. But it seems like everything is stuck on there pretty well, so I'm not too worried about it. So the last step is we have to add our little unity sticker to our heart. So you can see on our heart that it's not just a plain heart. We've got some shapes coming off the sides here. That's so that way our unity sticker can fit on there exactly in place. So we actually don't need glue for this step because our unity stickers conveniently come with a little bit of adhesive on them. So we just pull that white piece of adhesive paper off, and then you want to line it up as best as you can. Not worried about it being absolutely perfect, right? But as close as we can. And they're pretty sticky, but they're not so sticky to where you can't peel them off and try again if it's off. There we go. All right, I think that's as close as I'm gonna get it. Looks pretty good to me. Press it on there, make sure it's secure. And there we have it. That is our unity wreath. Awesome. I love the way this looks. You'll also see that your green circle, the wreath part here, has adhesive on the back of it. So if you don't love the way that it looks when it's dangling, you could remove the ribbon and take the sticky off and stick it onto something. But I kind of like the dangling look of it. I think that looks really nice. So I'm going to keep it on there. But that was our first craft. I hope that you had a lot of fun and that you enjoyed making these unity wreaths together. So if you want to click to the next video, I'm going to show you how to make our Valentine's Day sun catchers next. Enjoy! See you soon.